But you wanted to talk about Oregon for a bit. I didn't really personally watch the game. I seen Kayvon go out of the game, and he came back in a boot.
Injured, yes.
That's all I know about this team. So go ahead and say what you need to say. I'm gonna go ahead and say that this wasn't the performance I was expecting from Oregon. If we end up posting that preseason outlook, and I would just like y'all to skip to the hot takes. I think it was the third hot take that me and Dimitri both put out, and it was we expect Oregon to dominate this season. And if they want to dominate, they can't play like this. That's all I'm gonna say. So go ahead with what you need to say.
I think you predicted Oregon to make the playoffs.
I did.
And I picked them as one of my dark horses to make the playoffs.
I said I expect their reign of dominance to start.
Yeah. Regardless of this game being close or not, I don't think Oregon's in trouble. I still think they got the team to get it done. I think Fresno State really started coming back when Kayvon Thibodeau wasn't on the field. So I think we can see now that Kayvon Thibodeau is almost the heart and soul of that team, of that defense at least. And, Oregon was playing a really good game up until that point. I think Kayvon was out and guys started coming back. But I'm not gonna hit the panic button on Oregon just yet. Now, don't get me wrong. This game kind of showcases me that they're still building. They're still trying to reach that mountain that we know they can reach. But as of right now, they still got some climbing to do. And we may see them improve as the season goes. Remember, it's week 1. You're gonna expect to see a lot of guys not play to their full potential. I want to see Anthony Brown improve a lot when we're talking about the passing game. Their run game had no problems. Anthony Brown was able to get out of the pocket and make some plays, including the game-winning play. So, these guys are. It's no time to hit the panic button yet. Now, if Kayvon Thibodeau's injury is really serious, we may want to. We want, we may want to do a little bit of thinking, but Oregon's okay. I think they're okay as of right now.
I didn't like I just said. I didn't watch the game, but I know one thing just from watching so many college football games, and I guarantee it was the case here. You said the defense didn't play as well as they did after Kayvon got out, right? So whenever defenses lose a guy like Kayvon, who's experienced, who's the captain I don't know if he's the captain, but he's probably the captain on that defense.
Who's probably the captain?
Kayvon.
Come on. Oh, probably. What are you talking about?
It's
the number one prospect in the draft. Come on.
You never know. Man. We've had a running back be captain one time when I didn't even know that man's name. Anyways, it was a backup running back. I don't know why Georgia had him as a captain. Anyways,
senior thing.
When a guy like Kayvon, when a guy like Kayvon gets out the game, that'd be like for Georgia when we lost Richard LeCounte and J.R. Reed.
Yeah.
The defense is like, okay, so our veteran is off the field. He's the guy that looks at the defense and is like, hey, y'all need to be doing this. So when you lose that key opponent or key component to your defense, you need other guys to step up. And I'm gonna say this. I didn't watch the game, but just looking at the stats, former top recruit Justin Flo looked like he picked up some of the slack that Kayvon was missing off the field. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It was it's hard to lose your top player on defense. They were talking about it with the Miami game. Bubba Bolden, something about an injury, he got out. He was their top defensive player. Then you got just had him in mind, Clemson last night. The linebacker, I forget how to pronounce his last name. It's like Skalski or something like that. Skalski. He went out a couple times with injury, and every time he went out, they were like, this is a huge loss for Clemson if he stays out, because they're just those guys that the whole entire defense looks at them and is like, what we doing, boss? Because they just know how to play the game of football so well that they can help the players around them be better. So when he got off the field, obviously there's a decline in defensive play. But, obviously I didn't watch the game, so I'm not going to say anything for sure. But you go ahead with whatever you want to say now.
Yeah, we got to give some support to Oregon's running backs. It looks like they're going to be like a run heavy team this year. CJ Verdell.
They're going back to that?
It looks like it. CJ Verdell is that guy. I mean, Well, when you have a quarterback like Anthony Johnson, a guy who's going to scramble and move outside of the pocket a lot, throwing may be nerfed a bit, although he made some very tight, good throws. But you expect them to focus a lot on that RPO and being able to scare the defense. It's, you got to have the defense watching that quarterback, which could leave the backside open. So I will say the running backs did a very good job. Every single one of them, even Anthony Johnson did a good job scrambling and moving around. But once again, man, their defense was a bit shaky. Justin Flo had a very dirty hit in this game. It was just kind of like, why? He quarterback dives.
It was like a penalty hit.
Yeah,
it was like a huge hit.
It was pretty bad. I mean, the guy was sliding and Justin Flo just dived at him like head first almost. It was kind of pointless. But Oregon finds a way to pull it out. I'm not even the main thing I'm scared about for Oregon is literally next Saturday because they play Ohio State.
They need to get something.
Yeah,
they need to get something planned up.
And
I don't know if they were focusing too much on Ohio State already because that's why they only won by 7. But they need to do something.
Yeah, maybe they were looking ahead, but I'm gonna tell you right now, Ohio State scored 45 in their first game of the season. They had a slow start. Oregon has to score,
but they still scored.
Yeah, Oregon needs to be in the 40s to win this game. They need Kayvon Thibodeau playing, and their defense needs to show up, which I know their defense can. But you also got to remember this game is in Columbus, so it's not going to be a cakewalk. And for Oregon to win this football game, they need Anthony Johnson to really exercise his ability to throw the ball. We know he can run. We know their running backs can run, but Ohio State is a different team when we're talking about defense, offense, wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? Ohio State probably they do have the most dangerous wide receiver corps in the nation. So it's going to take some true ability, some true playmaking, and Anthony Johnson to beat that team. I seen someone.
Yeah, Ohio State is it's starting to be like Bama with them. They just reload.
They're different. That's what you expect from a lot of the top teams, is just to reload. Oregon hasn't gotten there yet. Teams. Oregon hasn't gotten to that reload potential yet because they're still trying to figure out. They're still trying to really move past the Justin Herbert era. Still, they're getting there.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That Willie Taggart era really hurt them.
Oh my god!
Because he don't know how to recruit. He don't know how to coach. So he just pulled the team down.
A guy once commented. A guy commented on the video and said, "How does Willie Taggart keep getting hired?" And I was like, maybe some teams just like being mediocre, like that's the best they can do. But
where is he at now? Is he?
I don't know.
Where is he?
I don't know actually. I think he's a coordinator somewhere.
I'm gonna look this up real quick.
Yeah, I don't know where he is, but Ohio State is gonna bring their A game, especially at home. And I don't know if their first game was a home game, so I think this will be their first home game of the season. And I don't see Oregon as the favorite. As much as I like Oregon and I respect this team, I don't see them too much as a favorite here. I think Ohio State will bring their game. CJ Shroud played a pretty decent game, started slow, picked it up at the end of the game. I think that that aggressiveness is going to continue into this game against Oregon. And without Kayvon Thibodeau leading that pass rush, you got to get pressure on CJ Shroud. Remember, he's fresh to this too. He's freshly starter. So one thing you want to be able to do is get that pass rush going. And we know Oregon has that pass rush. I mean, with Kayvon Thibodeau, with the impact he had so early in that game, forcing the fumble, leading to Oregon's first touchdown, is it just levels to it. So it's going to start with Oregon. Can Kayvon Thibodeau play? Can our defensive line get pressure on Ohio State's quarterback?
Do we not know the injury on Kayvon?
He was in a walking boot. I believe it's his ankle. So I don't know how serious it is. Hopefully hopefully he can play. We need him to play. But I'm sure we'll hear something today, actually. It's Sunday, so we should hear something today about his injury. Either today or towards the beginning of the week, Monday, Tuesday. Still gives us enough time to know what we're working against. But Oregon has just got to move to the next man up.
I'm taking Ohio State. I'm taking
Ohio State, sadly.
I'm taking them by at least 14, honestly.
I got to take Ohio State in this one. I think Oregon's really doing some. This is going to be one of Oregon's biggest tests since I really feel like they got good. I mean, Wisconsin, that was whatever. This is Ohio State. This is a year in and year out playoff team. So we know Ohio State are those guys. Let's see how Oregon competes against a year in, year out playoff team, a team that just played the national championship the year before, a team coming off that rebuild, trying to rebuild their team for the next 3 or 4 years. Let's see how Oregon handles that.